Again, thank you to everyone. Throne and Liberty community. We're a very small YouTube channel with our 100 subs and all. But to see 2 videos go back to back 100 views, I don't think we've ever had that. So thank you to anyone who watched the last Throne and Liberty videos. I don't think we've ever had 2 videos go back to back 100 views. That was like insane. So thank you. That's like literally if every one of you subs out there watched our video. That's literally like if every single one of you guys watched the video. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's happening. So thank you to the Throne and Liberty community. Appreciate it. We need it. We need to okay, that helps us. We need to change the narrative around this game. So let's see if we can get our debuff duration up here. Fingers crossed. Ah, we got one. Let's go. We got one. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. We got one. What's on this mask? Ranged endurance. We may have that. We may have that. Magic endurance. Melee endurance. Oh. Magic evasion. We don't have it. Okay, that's fine. So this will be a... Let's transmute this as well. I like to do a little balance of transmuting and dissolving. Okay, I'm happy with that. That was a good run. We popped some contracts. We made a new friend. And that's what MMOs are supposed to be. They're supposed to be social games. They're not supposed to be a race or anything like that. It's supposed to be a social game. We're supposed to be taking our time. It's supposed to be the long play. We're supposed to be logging in, you know, every day somewhat. Like, it's not supposed to be rushing to the end game. And then what? Then what do you do? So now, the next thing we wanted to do was go in and show you guys a different dungeon before we end this. So let's walk through the dungeons a little bit, the early ones, just to show you guys what my thought process is in these early dungeons. So we'll do this one. I want to eat first because it might queue up real quick. We'll take defense again because we don't really need to do damage. And then we'll queue up. Again, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning for me right now. Let's see how long it takes for me to get this dungeon. I like to check the auction house every so often because it's supposed to put a little thing there whenever you get a sale, but it doesn't. Like, there's a lot of times when I just get a vibe and I'll check the auction house and then boom, there's a thing there. There's a sale, but there's no indicator telling me that there's a sale. So sometimes I just get an itch. So, you know, yeah, sometimes you get an itch. Like, let me check the auction house. So now we're going to go into... This is typically the first dungeon you're going to run into that you're going to probably have a problem with. And I'm going to show you my thought process. Again, I'm no pro. I'm a beginner healer. I'm just trying to show you from a beginner to a beginner, you beginners out there, that it can be done, because if I can do it, and it doesn't really take much.
Did you forget something?
We might get yelled at. We might get kicked. But that's okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll do 1, 2, 3. Because this is the one, this one has an example of the grappling hook. Or having to use your morph in the dungeon, which I want to show. And I need to do this dungeon. Because there's an Amatoy that I don't have. So in this dungeon, again, watch your YouTube videos or whatever, but from a healer point of view, all I'm trying to do, first thing is you want to hug the corner. because typically you were trying to run through this dungeon without fighting anyone. This is going to be a hard dungeon. See, I'm already dead. So this is what I want. This is why I was trying to show earlier. The tier 2 dungeon is actually easier. This is the first dungeon you're really going to run into. And it's arguably the hardest dungeon that you're going to run into. This is why I say not to start at this dungeon, even though it's the first one you're going to encounter. It's arguably the hardest dungeon. And what makes it so hard is that you don't know your team. You don't know the composition of your team. And that really makes this dungeon hard. And everyone does this dungeon differently. See how he went on this side? Right? Everyone does this dungeon a little differently. And as part of the dungeon, the mechanics are set up in a way where you're going to be splitting up. You can split into different rooms, different directions. And that's not good. Right? As a healer, you want everyone to be together. We're probably going to die here as well, too, when you do this part. Don't be surprised if you die here as well. Don't take it personally. There's just too much happening. Right? Your tank's going to kite everyone here. And depending on the DPS guys and depending on everyone, like again, it's all random. You might be able to survive or you're not. See the whole team's dying? Right? So this is what perfect. This is exactly what I want to show you. This is why I don't think this is a good first dungeon to do. I think this is a good dungeon to come back to after you've got a good understanding of what you want to do, your abilities, and stuff like that. But this is not a good first dungeon. It's literally the hardest dungeon. See how the team is split up? Look, so half the team's going to go here. I'm going to go this way and help these two guys out. Right? And this is why this dungeon is so hard. Everyone is sort of doing their own thing. And you don't know where people are going to go. We're not communicating. Right? Now we're going to... We may die again. Right? But we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to respawn and get back into fight. We're going to try to keep them alive as much as we can. Try to keep them alive as much as we can and go. This is literally the hardest dungeon in my opinion. Tier 1 dungeon. A lot of running back and forth. Now we got to get to the boss before they close the they enter the room. Okay. We got a straggler. Ah, we got a whole bunch of stragglers.
Are you the ones who dare to trap me?
Okay, so I have it on me because I didn't identify the tank. So here is a mechanic you should be aware of. You're gonna have to find the team after he does these blades. I see this circle here. You gotta get here and heal the team.
Terrible and inevitable.
That's the only mechanic in this dungeon that you have to worry about. Is after he does the blades, you gotta heal the team. The hard part of this dungeon is the getting here. The boss itself is easy. Okay, and that's that.
Vanquished like
this. These guys are still here? Oh. I hope that guy lived. And that's it. That's the first tier 1 dungeon you're going to run into. The only thing you need to worry about there is the end mechanic when he does the little blades. That's it. As a healer, that's the only thing you need to worry about. So now we're going to do the exact same dungeon again just to show that things can go totally different depending on your team, right? So we're just gonna queue up for the same dungeon again, and and I want you to also see the time. Again, it is now 4 a.m. in the morning for me. 4 a.m. people. 30-second queues for the dungeon, but they say the game is dead.
Aye, clean up before you go.
They say the game is dead. I don't know. I don't know what dead means.
It is in my favorite.
We'll look at that when we come back. So now, exact same dungeon. Let's identify our tank. So it looks like we have, see here, this is why it's confusing. Who's my tank here? So I wish they would put away, they would maybe put an icon or something to let us know who the tank is. Because as a healer, that's something I need quick reference. I need to be able to just look over really quickly and be like, okay, this is my tank. Because I can't go by weapon, because we could have a DPS queue up as a tank, for all we know. Like, we can't go by weapon. So this guy's about to die, so I want to get there really fast. Go in the circle, bro. So same dungeon, and look, see? I'm telling you, this is the hardest dungeon. And look, everyone's dying. So what's supposed to happen here is the tank is supposed to kite them all into this corner or into this room, and we're supposed to kill them all at one time. The problem is you don't know the capability of your team. These DPS guys may not be strong enough to do that, right? So, like, this is why we constantly die at this part in every dungeon, unless you have a team where the DPS guys are doing enough damage, right? Another option would be we can fight them piece coming in here, but no one ever does that. Everyone always wants to just rush through the dungeon and they kite them all here, and then we all die like 10 times. I don't know why that's the way we do this dungeon, but that's the way that this dungeon gets done. So as a healer, don't worry about people dying in the beginning of this dungeon. It's just how it is. The only time you're not going to die is when you have DPS guys that are actually putting down like a huge amount of damage, and you have a tank that's on, like, everyone has to be proper. Like, it has to be proper. Like, it's rare that you get through that without everyone just dying and running back. That's why you see no one's complaining. This is how this dungeon is done. So as a healer, don't get worried about it. This dungeon is tough because you want to, it's like the first one and you feel bad and you think you suck and everyone's dying, and like, see, the fact that we don't fight anyone, it makes it tough, right? Like, it's hard to run through the dungeon because all these enemies are still here. We're never fighting. This guy could one-shot you, right? So, touche. Right? So, that's what makes this dungeon so tough, and that's why I don't think that this is a good first dungeon to learn. I'm not sure why they make this the first dungeon. This dungeon, maybe it's just the way we play it that makes it so difficult, but it's not a good first dungeon to learn on. So we're gonna get back. Again, there's multiple ways to the same area. I'm gonna meet back up with the team. Like, look at these guys. These guys are hiding in a corner here. You just don't know what's gonna happen. You have no clue what the team's gonna do. Okay, we don't have to fight everyone, which is not good. See, so we might die. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. There's still someone back there, but I'm not gonna worry about him because I'm almost dead. I want to pop as many heals as I can now while we have time. Look at all the guys he's bringing with him. Oh, jeez. And they already popped the boss? Oh, come on, guys. We should have killed these guys first. Ah. Alright, that's fine. I'm going to put... We already lost someone. Someone logged out. I'm going to put the heal on myself just because I'm not feeling this. So, I'm going to put the heal on myself. And just... do it like that. Actually, I'm going to put it on this... I'm going to keep it on this guy because this guy's going to die. Oh, my God.
death.
We should still be okay. We should still be okay. We should still be okay. We should be fine.
To be vanquished like
So we're good? Come on, Ming. Come on, merciless Ming. So see, dungeon went a little differently. You're at the mercy of the composition of your team. Now, and let me clear my inventory first.
It isn't my favorite customer.
We're probably gonna get rid of that. We don't need it. What does it have? Hit chance? That's good. We need hit chance. You know what? We're gonna put that on our on this staff. No, that's heavy attack chance. One of our books have hit chance, no? Yes. Okay, we're gonna put it on this book. Because that's gonna be a guaranteed enchantment. Because it's a purple. So we're gonna get a guaranteed here. So we don't even have to worry. It's gonna go through no matter what. So yeah, we're gonna take that. What's on this? Melee endurance. We could use that. We could use that.
Welcome.
Melee endurance. There it is. Is there a different piece we want to give it to? Nope. Okay, so melee. Oh wait, let's check this one. Okay, so melee endurance, eh? Let's give it to this guy. Probably not gonna get it. I really just want. What? Oh, this is magic endurance. Ew.
Welcome.
Didn't I see melee endurance? Magic evasion. I thought I saw melee endurance. Am I crazy? Oh, wait, hold on. Is melee endurance on the one I'm wearing? Is that what's going on? It is. Alright, let's go. Okay, that's fine. Let's put the book back. Now I want to do the other dungeon just to show you guys an example of what I mean. That they've incorporated the morphing into dungeons, which I love. Let's drink our dew, our mountain dew, our silicium dew. Okay, we're good. So now let's just quickly jump in. I'm gonna eat something again. We always gotta eat. Is there anything we're missing on the dailies, just so I know what to prioritize? No, we did all of our dailies, right? Yeah. So let's eat something and let's do this quickly because I'm already way over my time here. I'm gonna eat another vegetable stir fry. It's a vegetarian day today. It's a meatless Monday. And then I want to go into Rex because Rex forces you to use the morph. You know what? We'll do the curse rate and then Rex. We'll do one of each. Fine. Because you know why? I want my Abatoy. if I'm gonna do a tier 1 dungeon, I'm gonna do the one that I need the amateur. So I need this little guy here. I got like 20 something of them, but I need to get to 25.
Trust union.
We need 25, guys. And the beauty of it is when you collect them, we have 22 right now. The more you get, the more bonuses you get. So we're getting a whole bunch of different bonuses. It's not just you're collecting them for the fun of collecting them. You're collecting them and you're going to get different bonuses and different effects from it. And then there's synergy. Depending on how many of a certain type you have, they'll synergize. So there's a huge benefit to collecting these amateurs. There's also a benefit to collecting the books as well. The codex pages. So quickly again, guys, you're seeing how quickly we're queuing up for dungeons. I'm not doing anything special. And so on this dungeon, see these things here? These light things coming out of the ground? They do so much damage. And so the first thing you want to do is, from a healer point of view, is the first thing I'm thinking about is I'm looking around to see if anyone is getting caught in those. And if they're getting caught in them, I want to be there to heal them. Right? So that's what we're going to be doing right now. We're not worried about fighting any of these bad guys. What they're going to try to do here is the tank is going to run ahead, and he's not going to worry about anyone until he gets up this hill. So as a healer, you don't have to worry about anything until you get to this hill here. And at this point, you're going to want to put down some sort of AoE heal so the tank knows where to do his fighting. Okay? Let's give them a boost because they have a lot of fighting to do. Let's give them a burst heal. I anticipate damage. I want them full. And let's get out of here. We got one guy low, so I'm just going to catch up to him. Give him a quick heal. And now stay back so I can keep an eye on the rest of the team. I give them enough heal. You don't have to heal people to the max. You don't have to overheal them. I gave them enough heal. Now it's on him to pop a potion. Now it's on him to do something, right? He can't come in here bare. You know, he can't come in here empty-handed. He's got to have a potion or something, right? So now I'm going to put the heal on him because he seems to be, he's going to be a problem. So let's put the heal on him. He went into it right away. Perfect. Let's give him a little tap up. He's fine, right? Let's get back to putting curses. Doing some damage. Making sure that we're okay. And let's heal. Okay, now I'm going to fix my camera because right now I can't really see as much as I want to see. And let's go. So now we're going to keep an eye out. This guy stopped here. We're going to just figure out why. He could be lagging. It could be something. We're just going to wait around. This guy got stuck in, so we're going to go help him. That's what I'm talking about. He got stuck in it. So we give him a little tap up. He doesn't need to be full strength. Now I need to identify my tank. And it looks like this is our tank. So let's look and see. Is it the tank? Is she playing like a tank? Yeah, he's definitely playing like a tank. Let's give him the heal. Give them all a boost. I'm anticipating more enemies to spawn. So I want to give them a little damage boost. Here he is. Here's who the boss that we're worried about. Put some curses on him right as soon as he spawns. Start doing some damage. I'm going to heal as I need to. The group's all together, so I want to do play salvation because they're all together. I'm not worrying about the damage that I'm receiving. I have potions. We're fine. We're going to give our tank the heal. Spam it. There we go. We could stand in it. We're good. I'm going to pop some mana. Mana potions are good for 10 minutes. You do not need to spam mana potions. You pop a mana potion, it's going to keep regenerating your mana at that rate, at that higher rate, for 10 minutes. It's not something you need to keep spamming. I'm going to take the long way. Everyone likes to jump that way. You don't have to. You see there's an easy path here, right? So as a healer, again, you don't want to take any damage unnecessarily. You don't need to risk it jumping up there, right? We want to... We don't want to be using heals on ourselves, right? Let's tap everyone up. Let's boost them all. And they're good. We can sit back and let them do the work. They're boost. See how they're glowing? They're boost. We just give them some Red Bull. They're good. Right now, boss time. Make sure we're on our tank. We are. Let's drop some curses. Do some damage. Okay. We're gonna start thinking about. Yep. We want to see what his. We want to see what his move does. Okay, they're hurt. We want to drop a heal on them. That's gonna take care of all 3 of them. We don't have to do anything, and we're good. I'm gonna use a burst heal right now just to tap everyone up. The reason why I'm using it now is because we're in transition. Transition is gonna give me enough time for that heal to come back, right? So I want to pop it right before the transition. That way, by the time I get to the boss, that heal should be back. Now I could play coy, and I could just, like, I know that we have another guy back here, right? So that's gonna buy me time, right? I know I need 10 seconds, right? So I'm in no rush, right? I'm in absolutely no rush. Now, with this boss, as a new healer, the only thing you need to worry about is, see how it's broken up into these little triangles? You can't go, like, you can't go. See how it's the light things that kill you? You can't go. The only way you can go to the next zone is by interacting with these things here, right? We're waiting for the last guy. I don't know what he's doing, but it gives me time to explain, unless they start it, right? So at some point we're gonna be able to interact with this. Now, as a healer, that's not your job. It's a DPS guy's job to do that. But I'm just letting you know that that is the mechanic, because if you have a DPS guy that's dead or they're not doing it, then it's on you to do it. For me, any mechanic that the DPS is supposed to do, you should also know, right? And as a backup, right? So when I watch, let's say I watch a video on YouTube on how to do this dungeon, and they're like from a thing point of view, right? Then my whole thing is, I want to know. Oh, see, I was too slow. I want to know. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. It's okay. Now, the tank has duties on this board that he has to do, and the DPS has duties that they have to do. Every board, there's going to be duties that someone has to do. And on this board, we don't really have to do anything except stay out of the way, know the mechanics so that we can escape it. I want to heal this guy. You want to stay behind him? The tank is going to lure him with that move, and then what you want to do is you just want to stay out of the way. And I didn't do it there. But that's what you want to do. I wasn't paying attention. But you want to stay out of the way. The tank's going to lure him. The tank should lure him and direct where that move goes. And the tank's going to want to damage the pillars. Right? They should have it, but we'll see. They should have it, though. So the only thing you need to worry about as a healer in this dungeon is if the DPS, see how I had to go over that one time? A couple times. Is to open up the board so that we have room to run to escape his breath. That breath move he does. I'm watching it here because if I resurrect, I won't be able to see what happens. Is he gonna wipe? Or is he gonna fight? Wipe or fight? Which one? He can do it. He's at 12%. Either way, we're gonna do this dungeon again. I'm gonna do every dungeon twice just to show you guys how different it can be. Okay, let's resurrect. Okay, so let's pay attention this whole time and lock in. We know the mechanic. I've explained it. So now I can just fight. So now you have a choice. You can fly into any zone you want. I like to stay here because then I have access to everyone, right? I can still reach everyone. Like I can still reach the tank right there, right? So let's pay attention to the mechanics of what's happening. And hopefully our DPSs take care of the... Because I don't want to be running over to the thing. Here we go. DPS did it. Perfect. Right? So now I want to heal everyone while we're all grouped. It's a perfect opportunity to heal everyone. Block. You want to be blocking these. Okay, we gotta get a burst heal. This is where Clay Salvation is. The beauty. Look at that. Clay Salvation, then boom. We're gonna use this for ourselves. Now I'm worried about the tank because he's caught over there. Ah, but I didn't see that. Jeez. Okay, I'm still alive. And we got it. I was worried about the tank because he was low. So yeah, that's the life of a healer. You should always prioritize your own health. But if you're gonna die for someone, I'm fine dying for the tank. I won't be dying for no DPS because there's 4 of them. There's 4 of them. We could lose one of those guys. You know what I mean? But we can't lose a tank and we can't lose a healer. Right? To me, those are the two. We're the 2 people that need to live the most. I got caught being the last one in the party. Ah, no. I suck. So yeah, I will gladly sacrifice myself for the tank. You always need a tank. But I won't necessarily sacrifice myself for a DPS. I'd rather stay alive than worry about saving one person when we have 4 of them. Right? So let's see what we got for that dungeon. I don't think we got anything good. Range endurance.
Welcome.
Everything is good because there's a use for everything. So it doesn't matter whether we use it as a... There it is, range endurance. I knew we had range endurance somewhere. Everything is useful, right? That's another beautiful thing. So let's throw that in here. It's probably not going to go. But we'll get... Ah, look at that! Let's go! Let's go! We got 2 of them tonight. Usually you don't get them. But you get blessings, which you can then apply to the next one. And it guarantees that it goes through. So as you fail, you'll accumulate points. And then eventually, it's like a pity system. Eventually, after a certain amount of failures, you can just guarantee... the next one going through. Same thing with dungeons. See how we're doing all these dungeons? If I go down here, every time you do a dungeon, you get these little coins right here. So these coins represent all the different dungeons. So this is Kranix's coin, who had the sickle. Shalex's coin, who's the guy we just did. These guys all have coins, and when you get to a certain amount of coins, you can just craft that piece of gear that you're trying to get that you're not getting. I'm not getting it. I did the dungeon 20 times. I didn't get that gear. Well, you can just craft it. After you get a certain amount of the respective coin for that dungeon, for that boss, then you can just go ahead and craft that piece of gear that you need. That's how I have a lot of this gear that I have. Is that I've crafted it. So for instance, I can tell you I've done this dungeon, this dungeon, this dungeon, this dungeon, this dungeon. All these dungeons I've done enough times that I crafted a piece of gear out of it, in addition to the gear that I've gotten, the drops that I've gotten, whether I want them or not. But I've gone back and crafted specific pieces of gear that I wanted through that pity system. The next one I need to do is True Black. I haven't done him yet. That's why I have so many pieces for him. And even the tier 2 dungeons I've gone through and I've already crafted gear out of the pity system as well too. So I think for the tier 2 dungeons you need to do it 15 times. Once you do a dungeon 15. Oh no, we dropped. Nuisance! Misfortune! Oh. E-Man? Oh my god, I wasn't even looking. Ooh, we had a crash there, guys. Right as we were going into the dungeon. Boo! We had a crash right before we went into the dungeon. That's fine. What's up, E-Man? What's up, Misfortune? What's up, Nuisance? Cardigan! Oh, sorry guys. I'm in exclamation mode. Thanks for the lurks. Thanks for dropping by. So let's jump back in. Hopefully we get a... There's a chance that we might be in that dungeon. So let's see. There's a chance we might be in the dungeon. Which, if it is, will be awesome. Ah, okay, so we didn't quite get in. Oh, yo, we're still. So how are we not? How do we enter the dungeon? Can I just press enter? I've never done this before. Like, am I in with them if I do this? I am! Let's go! Okay, guys, I'm coming. I'm coming, guys. They're not that far ahead. So, and that's what's good about this game, too. You have, it reconnects you. When you get disconnected, it reconnects you back into the dungeon. I absolutely love that. And you guys just saw that. So I'm going to go here, because there's 4 people that need me here. Or 3 people. As opposed to the 1 guy that was over there. So that was my thinking, right? Save the many. We might have lost 1 guy there, but I had to make the choice. So we're gonna heal this guy. He got caught up. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta make those quick decisions. We got another guy here caught up. I'm gonna wait. Make sure everyone makes it. Okay, I need to figure out who the tank is here ASAP. I'm gonna go with this guy. Let's pop it. Give everyone a boost. I knew there was someone else. I'm like, I feel like someone's missing. Now, what would be nice is if he would run in front of me. Like, to let me... Like, see how he was so far behind me? It would be nice if he sort of, like, went around me to let me know, like, you know? Into my eyesight, into my frame of sight, so that I could see that he was low. But that's why we got to keep our eye on the health bars of the team. I never look at my own health bar. I just pretty much look at the team's health bar. put it on me for now. Okay, let's go.
I'll rip you apart.
Curse him. The minute he appears, you want that first curse on him. The minute he appears. There should always be red debuffs on the enemy. If we're doing our job, the enemy should always have some sort of debuff on their name. That lets me know I'm doing my job. Now this team seems to be moving a little bit more efficiently than the last team, so we'll see. It's just going to depend on the team. Stay positive, don't get discouraged. It's easy to get discouraged as a healer. It's a thankless job. Okay, so let's see where everyone's going. Okay, so Chun-Li is our healer, or is our tank, so let's stay close to Chun-Li. Again, we're gonna sort of stay out of the way. Okay, the DPS guys got it, so we're good. I want to get Chun-Li. Okay, DPSs are okay over there. What? I didn't block that? Oh, it's in a bad spot. Good job. Give me my pet. Come on, game. Give me my pet. I've done this dungeon so many times. Give me my pet. Okay, looks like we got the headpiece. That headpiece may have a trait that we can use, so that's fine. Okay, let's not be the last person. Ah, nice. Okay, so now we may put it in a lithograph book. It might help us out in the lithograph book because we might be able to get some trait stones from that. Let's see what we can do with this. Ranged evasion on a helmet. I don't remember seeing ranged evasion on a helmet. No. Okay, so this is definitely a candidate for the lithograph book then. That's okay. And then
It isn't my favorite customer.
we're good. Let's eat that training, dude. We're good. And then now, we still have time on that food, do we? I don't think we need 6 minutes. That's plenty of time. Let's go do Rex. We'll finish it off with Rex, the third of the 3 first dungeons you're gonna encounter. These are essentially the same dungeons, like this, this, and this. These are just introductory versions of the dungeons, and then once you hit level 50, you actually do the dungeons for real. So you've seen Kranix. You don't got to worry about anything about Kranix. He just has that circle on the ground that you have to worry about as a healer. Make sure that you get in that circle. Maybe lay down the fountain. Get ready to do a clay salvation burst heal. Boom. Shakal, you saw just now. Worry, you're really just trying to avoid the breath. Stay behind him. Keep an eye out to make sure the DPS guys are unlocking the other sectors of the board. If they're not, then you get on that. And now we're going to do the Temple of Slaughter with our boy Rex. So let's go. We have just enough tokens to do him twice. So let's do that. Sorry guys. This is the explanation video. I wasn't paying attention. Thank you guys for popping by. Thanks for the stretch news. Thanks for the follow, P. Envy? Oh, Envy came by too? Oh man. Sorry guys. I was involved, guys. I'm trying to fly through this. Last time I did a Throne and Liberty stream, it stretched to 6 hours, guys. I can't do that again. I was like, no, I gotta make sure I stay on topic. Just get out what I need to say. So now this is the third and final of the introductory dungeons you're gonna do. Kind of worried that these guys are just standing here, so we're just gonna see what's going on. Okay, let's get up here. These guys are fighting, so they're gonna need our help. This dungeon is an example. The reason why I wanted to show this dungeon so badly is because I want to show you how the morphs are incorporated. So here, see? We gotta fly. Right? Now they're gonna kite everyone over here. So as a healer, you just want to be ready on this side here. Give everyone a boost. Be ready to do a clay salvation, because these guys are gonna do a lot of damage. So you're gonna have to heal everyone. So I'm gonna pop it right now. I'm gonna pop another fountain. This area you want to be ready with the heals here. You want to be ready with the heals here. Now again, we just did the glide morph. Now we're gonna morph into the water morph. And you see, now we're the turtle. That's why I like this dungeon, because I like how they make you use your morphs. Your morphs aren't just this thing you use in the open world. So now we're gonna skip all these enemies, and they're gonna jump down. So as a healer, you're gonna do the same thing here. You want to just set up shop here. Right? And you just want all the action to happen here. The tank's gonna bring everyone here anyway. And you just want all your heals to be ready. Give them another burst. And then you're good. That's it. Literally, that's all you gotta worry about. Now we're gonna go on this side for the next water. For the first water, you stay on that side. Second water, you come over here on the opposite side. We're gonna try to identify our tank now. I think it's Y here, so let's go.
You'll make for a perfect sacrifice.
Now, typically, what's gonna happen here is they're gonna bring everyone here. They're gonna bring everyone back here. So I'm gonna set up shop here, because typically that's what's gonna happen. Right? Okay, now we're gonna go up here. Give everyone a little tap up. Anticipated damage, see? Give them all a tap out. Now this part here, you're gonna have to fly. So now we're gonna we've used our water morph. We've used our glide morph. And now we're gonna actually do a proper glide. So now this guy fell, so he's probably gonna die. All you want to do is avoid the fire, and you want to avoid the cages. You don't want to hit the cages as well. Take your time. There's no rush. This part of the board, you're just gonna run all the way through. You're not gonna do any fighting. So as a healer, You just want to run all the way through, stick with your team, keep an eye on anyone who gets, you know, they're gonna get attacked as they run through, because we're not fighting anyone, but they're still attacking you. So just keep an eye on it, because by the time you get down the stairs, most of these guys are gonna have some damage on them. So you want to get down these stairs, and you want to tap them up before they start fighting this boss.
How dare you trespass here?
Now, this is a candidate for death. So don't be surprised if you die here. Don't get discouraged, don't get mad. There's a lot happening here. And there's a lot of damage happening that you may not be able to heal through.
I can't die like this.
Okay, he's dead. We're gonna leave. Again, we're not gonna fight everyone on this board. We're just gonna run through. We got a couple stragglers there. But look, see all these guys chasing us? So what do you do in this area this time? You're gonna jump into water, go into your your water morph, and that makes them de-aggro. See how they're all de-aggroing? Because we went into the water. So you see how everyone's doing it? Now these guys went up. They went up too soon. So they're gonna have to go back into water to de-aggro, or they're gonna have to fight. See how we're just still chilling in the water? So that's what you want to do here. After you kill that boss, you want to run into the room. You're not gonna fight everyone. And then when you run into the room, you want to go into the water. Okay, so now we have one guy to kill. Let's kill him. Now Rex is here. So Rex has a few mechanics. He's not that one. That's one. But the only thing that you need to worry about as a healer is gonna be when he when we gotta go up. We're gonna heal through all this. We're gonna heal through all of that. I wanna get this guy. So we left the house for these guys, and then we went and healed him. See? And Rex is dead. We didn't even have to do any of the... I'm going to have to do him again. We didn't even have to do any of the mechanics. We killed Rex too quick. So typically what would happen is Rex has a mechanic where he's going to do a AoE move that covers up the whole board. And we would have to use our grappling hook to grapple up and fly up, and then the DPS guys are gonna use that contraption there to chain Rex to stop him from doing that move. So we're gonna do it again just to see if we can get that to happen, because these guys, we just melted the boss too quick. Like Rex didn't have a chance. But we'll do it again just to show that mechanic. So let's leave the party quick. And that's it. So now let's see what we got. I think we got a blue necklace or something. Oh, it goes in the lithograph book. So we're just going to put it in. I don't even care what it has. I'm just going to put it into the lithograph book. And this is the last one, guys. I'm exhausted. Now we're gonna do Rex again and see if we can actually get that. Hopefully we get a weaker team and we actually see the mechanic. Let us go with we've been using defense all day, so let's keep it consistent. Okay, we're good. And this is it. Let's go. So you've seen we've done about 5 or 6 dungeons. We've never had an issue queuing out. I'm glad that I was able to show that. Yeah, Rex has nothing we want. Absolutely nothing we want. Maybe the gloves, just because we can then take the trade off of it. But Rex has nothing we want. So now we'll go back in. We've queued up for every dungeon today. We never waited longer than, what, 2 minutes? Never, no, longer than 30 seconds. We literally never waited. And for me, it's 5 a.m. in the morning. So we've been playing since 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. and in theory this should be dead time. This should be the dead zone. There should be no one queuing up. So let's go. So we already know what's gonna happen, right? We're gonna come all the way down here. Put the house down. Make sure everyone is tapped up for the damage that's about to come. Heal everyone up before transition.
How dare you trespass here?
Make for a perfect sacrifice.
Great, we're gonna do all of our fighting here by the lever. The tank's gonna bring everyone here. We're gonna do all of our fighting here. Okay, that guy didn't get healed. So let's put this down. I want to heal that guy. Okay, I'm gonna put my thing on him. I can't. He's so far.
Perfect sacrifice.
Okay, here he comes.
Make for a perfect
How dare you
So man,
trespass
we're gonna fight over here. So I already know he's coming here, so I don't have to go to him. I know he's coming here. So let's bam. Tap everyone up. Burst heal. Because I know it's going to be tough to get them all together again. So while I have the team together, I like to do the burst heal. Okay, now we're going to go on this side. Okay, time to identify our tank. Jerry Cat's a possibility, and number 6 is a possibility. So we got 2 guys. I'm going to go on number 6 for now. They're both possible tanks. So they both have spears and greatswords. So we're going to be doing all the fighting over here. So this is where we're going to put our heal. Okay, we're good. Now we're gonna fly. Again, we just want to make sure that we avoid the fire on the ground and the cages. That's it.
How dare you trespass here?
Again, we're not gonna fight anyone. Just gonna run through. Stay behind. But I do want to get to those. I do want to get there because they're going to be. That boss does a lot of damage, so I really do. I do want to get there. I'm a little further behind than I would like to be right now, but that's fine. The reason why this is so hard, see all these guys coming? They're going to come and they're going to be fighting us while we fight the boss. And they're going to keep doing this little chip damage, chip damage, chip damage. And it's annoying. Okay, he's pretty much dead.
I can't die like this.
Okay, we're gonna leave. Keep an eye on everyone else. Just come, just come, just come. Okay, now we're gonna go in the water. Okay, once they're all gone, you come out of the water. So Rex is gonna have. There's nothing we really need to do here. Rex is gonna have a couple moves that you need to avoid. But as a healer, there's nothing special happening here. the special thing is going to be happening for, like I said, the DPS guys. They're going to have to contain Rex. And the tank's going to be doing his thing. And we're just going to be trying to keep everyone alive. So there's the one move that you got to worry about with Rex. But we're not going to worry about it because we're confident we can heal through it. Ah! I was looking at my health. See? That's me not looking at my health. I was looking at everyone's health. I'm like, oh, I'm confident. They're all green. I wasn't green. But they should have it. Actually, I hope they don't have it. Because I didn't get to show the mechanic. It's because I keep healing, trying to heal through it. Okay, here we go. This is that part. Okay, this is perfect. So this time I'm not going to try to heal through it. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting that I'm trying to show you guys the mechanic. Okay, so let's put it on the Jerry Cat. Okay. So this is the mechanic here. So see how he does that? You fly, bam, boom. You hit the next one, and then you go up there, and you trap him. But most times you don't need to worry about that because the team is going to be doing so much damage. Okay, you can just heal through it. Oh, they're gonna die. Oh, we survived that one. So yeah, you just end up healing through it, which is kind of tough, but it depends on what the team wants to do. Oh, we got our good pants. We got our good pants. Those are the pants we're wearing right now. So it should have a trait that we could use, but we made this pants might already be maxed out. This pants might already have all its traits. I'm not sure. These are my favorite pants. We can get melee endurance to level 2. Yeah, why not? So melee endurance, melee evasion is 3, and max mana is 2. Okay. I like these pants. I'm building everything around the pants. Like I'll be changing, depending on the build, I'll be changing the mask, the chest, the gloves, and the boots. Those 4 pieces change, depending on the build. Right? But the pants stay the same. And the reason I like these pants is because of the melee evasion. See how it has melee evasion twice? That's why. Because my build is in evasion. As far as defensive skills, I like to use evasion over endurance. So you have evasion, evasion, evasion. So I like to have evasion, but you can easily go endurance, right? It depends on what you prefer. Some people like to have evasion. Some people like to have endurance. I'm an evasion guy. It was easier for me to stack evasion, so I stack evasion. Yeah, so that's why I want to keep those pants, because those pants allow me to stack evasion more efficiently than any other pants, and I don't need the pants in theory for most builds, right? For most sets, for most armor sets. So, for instance, for this set here, The bonus happens at 2 pieces and 4 pieces, right? For all the sets, the bonus happens at 2 pieces and 4 pieces. So with that in mind, I never really have to change the pants. I can keep the pants and then have, like, say 2 pieces and 2 pieces and still get the set bonuses. So that's the plan that I'm gonna do with my build. Like, for instance, I could watch, let's say I put the commander boots on here. This would give me the like, if I was to do this, let's say I did this, right? Now I get the set bonus of damage reduction from the commander set because I'm walking 2 pieces, and I get the damage bonus, bonus damage from the ghost set, the phantom wolf set. So that's what I plan on doing with all my builds, is where I'm rocking 2 piece, and I'm getting 2 effects, 1 from each of the 2 piece set bonuses, right? Now, the only one that I think that I'm not going to do that with is my mage. Thinking my mage, I may go 4 pieces with the transcendent set, this one here. We have 4 pieces. We have the chest, the gloves. Well, the chest, the glove, the headpiece. We just got the headpiece. And we have the pants. So that's the problem. We don't want the pants, right? So before we can say we have this set done, we really need to get either the we need the boots. We need the boots. So that's going to be the next thing I'm going to try. Hopefully I have that next time. And once I get the boots for that, then I can actually kit out my healer. And we can start playing around with some of these armor kits. But we still need to get them leveled up. And we still need to get them traits. So we're slowly adding traits to them. And we're slowly leveling them up. As you can see, we have 2 traits. You know, we're getting, some pieces have 3 traits. We're slowly leveling them up, and we're adding traits. It doesn't make sense for me to start using this gear yet until I have traits on them and until they level up. All right, so for now, we're going to stay with the gear that we have and slowly keep building. It's not a race. We're going to get there. We're going to get there in time. And we didn't get all this stuff in a day either, right? So it'll take time. Let's drink our dew. Let's see where we're at with our mastery. We drank a lot of dew today. We drank a lot of Mountain Dew today. We did the dew. Okay, 14% of level 14. Mastery is going to be another thing that's going to help your healing as well. Let's go to the... Oh, we are in the wand. So it's kind of confusing when you first get the mastery. And they are going to be changing this, apparently. So don't take anything I say here too seriously. But when I approached mastery, the way I looked at it was... I wanted... Because what's going to happen is you're going to get that training due. You take the training due. And when you use your weapon... you're going to gain mastery, right? And when you get to a certain... Every level of mastery you get, you can then put into a stat. And the way this looks... Because I know when I first saw it, what I did was you unlock it with the first point. And then it looks like you sort of have to go... Like you have to pick. Like, it looks like you have to pick. It looks like you have damage, you have recovery, you have weaken, right? You have 3 classes. Or subsections. And when I first saw this, I read it as, oh, I gotta decide. Like, okay, let me look. Okay, what's in this row? What's in this row? What's in this row? Okay, which row do I want? Which row do I want? And then I picked, I believe, weaken. Yeah, I picked the weaken row. And I went through, and as I leveled up, I got it all the way to here. And I think this is level 10, right? Yeah, this is level 10. 9. You have 9 here, and plus the first one. So yeah, this is level 10. So I thought mastery was done at level 10. And then lo and behold, you keep playing, and my mastery went to level 11. And I was like, level 11? What do I do now? So I say all that to say this. When you look at this screen, it's not what you pick one row. Your mastery, you can fill up this whole thing. If as long as you keep getting mastery, you can just keep filling all of these things up, which I didn't know. I thought you had to pick a row. So for mastery, it's just another way to empower yourself to make your weapon stronger, and it's going to give you a whole bunch of stuff. So when you look at this, don't look at it like how I did when I did it. I looked at it like, oh, okay, I have a weaken build. I wanna focus on curses and weaken, and I want to make sure I get mana, and I want to make sure I get some cooldown. So that's why I went with this bottom row first, right? But if I was to do that over again, I don't know if I would go with the bottom row first, right? Now that I know that we actually have access to all of this, it's a little different. So when you see the mastery, start wherever you want in the mastery. Because you're not limited to just one row. That's all I would say on this. You actually do have enough points. As long as you keep playing, you'll garner enough points that you can fill up the entire mastery. And I didn't know that. It wasn't explained. Or maybe I missed something. But I didn't get that impression when I first looked at the screen. It sort of felt like I had to pick a line. And it's not like that. So as you can see, as I continue to level up, I've now gone on to the second row. And I'm assuming once I get to level 20 in mastery, I'll be able to go to the third row, right? So it's really just a matter of how much mastery you accumulate, and you're going to get mastery from just using your weapon. You're going to get training due from just doing quests, contracts, anything you do in the game, you're going to get training due. And that's what you're going to use to increase your mastery
You can only
level.
trust the Steel Trust Union.
So I think that is it. We had 3 hours of hell, 3 hours of heals, right? So that's pretty much everything that I sort of wanted to cover today. We went over the main skills that you're going to be looking for, or the main skills you're going to want to level up, which will be your Swift Heal, your Fountain, and your Clay Salvation. We talked about the fact that you are going to want to have a movement skill. In this case, for me, it's Frost Smokescreen. You're going to want to have, obviously, your damage dealing skills to complement the healing. You're going to want to, for passive skills, you're going to want to stress Noble Revival, because that just makes all your heals stronger. You're going to want to take Saint's Oath just to help with your survivability. Selfless Soul. Also, the more you heal or the more you interact with your teammates, it's going to give you a boost. And Vampiric Contract, hands down, one of the most important skills. And, of course, Full of Corruption. I don't really use Full of... I use this on my mage. I don't use it on my healer. But that's also another skill on the wand that you may want to look at, because it does increase your damage and your mana. So, and you know, you always want more damage and you always want more mana. Again, on the staff, you have the ability to increase your mana, which again, so max mana amp I find to be a really great skill on the staff for helping to increase your mana. Frost control is really good for crowd control. It's going to make all of your ice skills even more powerful. But I'm not going to focus on the staff. Like I said, we're just more here to talk about healing. So we've gone over the heals. Again, look at your skill specializations and tweak the skill so that it does what you want it to do, and so that it works the way you want it to do. It operates the way you want it to operate, right? Clay Salvation, very important skill. Again, you have the ability to increase its range, which I would highly suggest. As far as Swift Heal, multiple uses, huge. Can't go without that. And as far as the fountain, I don't have anything specialized on it, but if I was, anything would be good. Like, I think duration is good. It would stay on the ground longer. I could imagine that being really good. I don't know about the mana recovery. I don't know if you need that. But if you were to specialize Fountain of Life, I would strongly look at increasing the duration over range, right? Because people could always take a step in, right? But duration, the longer it stays on the ground, I think that's probably the most important specialization you could probably have on that skill, right? So that's your skills, that's your passives. We talked about block. I find that the wand block, if you're a healer, regardless of what your other weapon is, whether it's a bow or staff or whatever, you're gonna need a wand. And if you're using a wand, then you should be using the wand. Not you should be. Here I am sounding like these guys. I think the wand has the most, gives you the best effects back when you do a block. And the most important thing there is you're going to get health and you're going to get stamina. Like, you need stamina so that you can continue to block, right? It's going to increase your base damage. It's going to do a whole bunch of good stuff. So I really like the wand block. But hey, experiment. Let me know. Let me know how the bow block is. I'm curious to know what the blow block is like, because I don't know what the bow parry is like. Then we also talked about your bar, and I'm not going to tell you how to lay your bar out. That's up to you. But make sure that you put some thought into how you lay your bar, because you're going to be relying on certain skills a lot. And you want to have skills in a way where you're not going to be able to think about it. You don't want to be thinking about it. You don't want to be looking down. You sort of want to just be popping skills off as you can. But like I said, me personally, I like to lay my bar out in order of how I use the abilities. So the first bar is the first set of abilities I'm going to use. The second bar, second set of abilities I'm going to use, and then in order of how I'm going to use them. So boom, 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 boom. Come over here. Start off here. Boom, 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 boom. Start off here. This bar is utility, so it's situational. But I like to just group my things: curses, damage, utility. Right? Heals, buffs, movement skills would fall under utility. Damage, obviously, is my damage dealing skills. I have more of a priority on AoE skills. And then my curses. Boom, boom, boom. Strip them of their defenses. Makes it a lot easier for your team to melt them. So we talked about all that. We looked at some dungeons. Right? We looked at some dungeons. We looked at Kranix. Again, it's going to be probably one of the harder dungeons. Kranix is probably the hardest dungeon. It's the hardest tier 1 dungeon to me. So take your time with Kranix. Don't be discouraged too quickly. It's the first one. It hits you hard. And you want to you want to be like, can I do this? But just remember that the hardest part of the dungeon is that first section where they're going to kite everyone into the back area. And there's a lot of damage happening because no one fights. They're going to kite everyone to the back. So when you get to the back, be prepared to heal everyone constantly, because there's going to be so much damage happening. You're going to have to heal through it. When you actually fight Kranix, so that was the first mini boss. When you fight Kranix, everything else is straightforward. After that, when you actually get to Kranix, after he does this, he sends the spinning sickles at you. Just make sure you find that black circle. Whoever has it, it's going to be around someone. Might be you. Find that circle. Get ready to put your house down. It's the same size as the circle, right? So literally everyone's going to stack in the circle. You put that heal down. It's going to take care of whatever Kranix is going to do, all right? You also have Clay Salvation. If the if the fountain is on cooldown or whatever, Clay Salvation can also do the exact same thing. You just want to anticipate that. Once you see that black circle, get in it and get ready to heal. Cursed Wasteland, you really don't have to worry about this, except like I said, keep an eye on the team as you traverse the board. They're gonna get stuck and caught in the rifts that open up. So just be wary of that. It's just one quick heal. You're gonna get them back up to speed. So try to stay back. When you do fight the boss, keep in mind that the tank has a role and the DPS has a role. But if the DPS neglect their role, then it's on you to run back there and open up the segments of the map so that you have space to run through when the tank aims his breath. Okay? Because you don't want to get caught in that. So that's really you have to worry about for Cursed Wasteland. Temple of Slaughter, you just saw it. Not much there to this dungeon. You're just going to want to be conscious of the fact that you are going to have to use your morphs to get through it. You are going to have to use your grappling hook to get through it. And pretty much just yeah, that's the big thing with that one. Make sure you fight with the mini bosses. Make sure you are prepared to fight by the levers. There's 2 levers that you're gonna have to activate, and the fighting always happens by the levers. Make sure when you morph and you're flying through, you avoid the fire, and you should be fine. And then we have tier 2 dungeons, which are a whole other beast, and there will be a whole other stream, and will be a lot of dying, because these dungeons are not fun. They're all hard. You actually have to know what you're doing, and I don't know what I'm doing. So, yeah, that's it. And oh yes, we did talk about so maybe next time we'll look at Butcher's Canyon, we'll look at Tyrant's Isle, and we'll look at Cave of Destruction. But we've already looked at Cave of Destruction, so you know we're not even gonna look at that next time. So again, with Cave of Destruction, this is the dungeon I would suggest you start on. I know it's tier 2, or sorry, I know it's the last one in tier 1, and you think, oh, it's the last one, it has to be the hardest, but it's not. They're all level 50 dungeons. They're all 1600 CP, right? So I would actually work your way here first. This is a very easy dungeon. It gives you really good rewards, better than Kranix, right? Better than Kranix's rewards, right? But I find that this dungeon is a lot easier, and let's talk about that one again. So with Lacurius, remember, the beginning, the first like 3 rooms you go in, you don't have to do anything. You literally don't have to do anything. Just heal your team. The first 3 ants you see, you literally don't have to do anything. Just heal your team. And then when you get to the boss fight, he's not going to do anything. He has a mechanic that you're never going to see. Like, he has a mechanic where the ground is going to turn red, and you need to run to that spot, and then that spot's going to go up in the air, and then you get to avoid his move. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just stay with the tank, heal through his move if possible. The only thing you need to worry about is when the egg spawns, you need to run up, kill the egg, and by doing that, you're going to dodge his move anyway because you're going to be up on the pillars, right? So so that's it. Those are the 4 dungeons that we did today. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. All right, so enjoy the rest of the night. It's your boy Big Bio. E-Man, I see you. Envy, Ben, Misfortune, Nuisance, all the regulars in the Bio Bunker. Love having you guys here. And then hopefully we'll be back for another installment of Throne and Liberty, guys. Again, thank you for all the support, all the views. And let's go to our spot. You know I gotta go to my spot, right? I'm in Vienta Village, guys. This is my home. Alright. Oh, Gigantrite is coming. What time? Ah, it's too long. One day we're gonna go on the giant wheel. One day we shall go on the giant wheel, but until that day, we shall leave it here. We'll go back into our spawn spot. This is my castle. Vienta Village, baby. Alright. So thank you guys for coming by. Hopefully you had a good time. And we're gonna do this again another day. It's your boy Big Bio, BioBoosterGaming, Throne and Liberty, and we're out of here.